Hey everyone, and welcome. You know, we all think about retirement, but are we actually building for it? What if there was a really clear government-backed path to help you lock in your future? Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today.
Seriously, just for a second, picture what life looks like after you stop working. Are you traveling, picking up new hobbies, or maybe just enjoying some well-deserved peace and quiet? Whatever that dream is, the foundation for it, well, it's being laid down right now.
And that, of course, brings up the one question that probably keeps a lot of us up at night. Will I actually have enough? It's a totally universal feeling, but the good news is there are tools designed specifically to help us answer that question with a confident yes. All right, so let's get right into it. We're going to talk about one of the most powerful retirement planning tools out there in India, the National Pension System, or NPS. We're going to unpack exactly how this government-backed solution works. So at its heart, what is the NPS? It's a savings plan with a government seal of approval. The really important words here are voluntary, meaning you choose to do this, and long-term, because it's built from the ground up to grow your money over your whole career. And it's all watched over by a regulator, the PFRDA, just to make sure everything's running smoothly. So who's this for? Well, pretty much everyone. It doesn't matter if you live in India or you're an NRI. As long as you're somewhere between 18 and 70 years old, you can get an NPS account started. It's designed to be super accessible. Okay, the NPS gives you two different accounts to work with. Think of Tier 1 as your main retirement treasure chest. You put money in, it gets locked away to grow, and you get some fantastic tax benefits for doing it. But Tier 2? That's more like a flexible savings wallet you can have on the side. You can pull money out whenever you want, but you don't get those same tax breaks. So it's simple. Tier 1 is for serious, long-term retirement saving. Tier 2 is for flexibility. All right, so you've opened an account, you're putting some money in. Now what? What actually happens to that cash? Let's pop the hood and take a look at the engine that makes your retirement fund grow. You know, Albert Einstein supposedly called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. And that right there, that's the magic behind the NPS. It's not just about what you save, it's about your money making more money. Your returns start earning their own returns, and it just snowballs over the years. That's the secret sauce. And the whole process, when you break it down, is actually super straightforward. Step 1, you contribute money. Step 2, and this is awesome, you get to choose how that money gets invested. Step 3, a team of professionals actually manages the investments for you. And step 4, the best part, you just let time and that compounding magic do the heavy lifting.
So when we say you choose your mix, what are we talking about? Well, you've basically got these four main buckets. E is for equity, stocks. Higher risk, but potentially higher reward. C and G are corporate and government bonds, which are generally your safer, more stable options. And A is for some alternative assets. The point is, you have control over how aggressive or safe you want to be.
And you've got two ways to handle this. If you like being in the driver's seat, you can go with active choice. You decide the exact percentages yourself. But maybe you're thinking, you know what? I don't want to deal with that. Well, that's where auto choice is perfect. It's like putting your retirement savings on autopilot. It picks a mix for you and automatically makes it safer as you get older. Okay, now we're getting to one of the biggest, most exciting perks of the NPS, tax savings. And it all comes down to this number, 2 lakh rupees. That's the total potential tax deduction you can claim every single year just by investing in this system. So how do you get there? Well, first, you have the standard 1.5 lakh deduction that you get with other investments under Section 80C. And here's the kicker, NPS gives you an extra 50,000 rupee deduction on top of that, an exclusive bonus you can't get anywhere else. And why is this such a big deal? Simple. Every single rupee you save on taxes is a rupee that stays in your account, working for you and compounding over time. All right, we've covered putting money in and watching it grow. But what about the whole point of this? The finish line. Let's talk about what happens when it's finally time to claim your future and access all that money you've built up. You can think of the whole NPS journey in 3 parts. First, you've got the contribution phase. That's your working years, where you're building your nest egg. Then, at age 60, you hit what they call superannuation, which is just the official term for being able to access the money. And finally, you move into the annuity phase, which is just a fancy way of saying you start getting paid a regular pension.
So here's the deal when you turn 60. You can pull out up to 60% of your entire pot of money as a big single lump sum. And the best part? That chunk of cash is completely tax-free. The other 40%?
Well, that part has to be used to buy something called an annuity.
Okay, I know that word annuity sounds a little complicated, right? Don't worry, it's not. All it is really is a promise. You use that 40% to buy this product from an insurance company, and in return, they promise to pay you a steady income, like a salary, every single month for the rest of your life. It's what guarantees you have cash flow coming in.
We have covered a lot of ground here. So, after all of that, if you're going to remember just one thing from all this, what should it be?
It really comes down to this. The national pension system is not just a savings account. It's a purpose-built machine. It's designed to take the small, disciplined savings you make today and use the power of long-term, compounded growth to turn them into real, lasting financial security for tomorrow.
And that leaves us with one final thought. Your future self is counting on the decisions you're making right now. So, what's one small step you can take today for them? Maybe it's doing a bit more research, or maybe it's just starting a tiny contribution. Whatever it is, now's the time. Thanks for letting us explain it.